Meeting is now streaming live on Facebook. We're live, Andy.
We live?
Not quite, but you will be in a moment.
Oh, okay.
Is your family all right, Vince?
Yeah, they're all fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they scared?
Okay, you're live now.
All right. Okay. So, hi, Andy. It's Vincent again.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Vince. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Brooklyn, America.
You battened down in Brooklyn.
I know. So, how's it going for you, mate?
It's fine, really. I mean, it's I got a nice view. My local shops are like not that far away, and I've discovered a whole new lease of things you can buy in the local shop. So I've got a jar of cockles in the fridge.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Steve sent me a hamper, so I've got some Stilton cheese in a pot.
Right.
I'll tell you what, they've got the best Scotch eggs. F&M. I know you're not allowed to say it, but F&M.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really, you'd love them. You know when they just get the yolk and it's just like that golden, not hot, but sort of jelly-like.
I was never a fan. You know those things that they used to sell in the motorway, stops that were like those half Scotch eggs.
Half egg.
Like a half a Scotch egg. So it wasn't really a Scotch egg. It was just like reconstructed or reconstituted, like, and they were just hard, but it didn't really get that.
Oh, I didn't see though. I've never seen.
You did. You ate many of them on tour.
I thought I was never a fan. I thought I was never ever a fan of Scotch eggs ever before, you know. So obviously I put a block on it in my mind somewhere. But
anyway, so listen, how was your birthday?
My birthday was really sweet. It was really lovely. I mean, to be honest, I haven't even opened my cards. I got one card from my sister, which is opened, which has a gorilla on the front, saying, "Oh, sorry, we're related," or something like that. But the other ones are here. But because all the post as well. I mean, I don't get my post only once a week, not because of the postman, but because you have to go down and unlock it and get the post. So I don't hardly go down there.
Right.
But I had a really sweet birthday. It was really nice. I got just had some whiskey, you know, and
was there on your own, right?
I'm here on my own. Unfortunately, Steve and I got parted because I was supposed to be going over there on the 12th of April.
Right.
So the flight was cancelled, and I've had no luck with, you know, refund or rescheduling or anything like that. It's all down, all the apps and things like that.
Right.
They're a bit screwed up, you know. So
you were meant to go on a cruise, weren't you, as well? I think.
Yes, because that was going to take 11 days from Miami to Mallorca with Angel, so we couldn't do it. And you know, unfortunately, all the ships are finished now, aren't they, for a while?
Right. Yeah.
So, and I mean, the birthday messages I got from people as well, from the fans, was amazing. There was so many of them. And I was like, I haven't read through them all yet, but it was really sweet.
Oh, cool.
Thank you very much, everybody.
So what have you been up to? I mean, you must be. I have my wife and my son with me.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely alone, but you must be pretty.
Well, it was very lucky because just before we had the lockdown, I had my brother came for the afternoon with his family because they had something at the O2, and then my sister came the week before with her and her husband and stayed the night. So it just worked out that way. You know, I got to see them. Unfortunately, I haven't seen my mum yet, but they've set up a thing where you can Skype now, so I can Skype her once I get back on it, but I'm quite useless at those things.
Right.
Skype and stuff. Should we play our first track?
Yeah, so we should explain to the people that are watching this that we can only play 25 seconds, I think, of each track because there's like an algorithm with YouTube basically that cuts you out. However, if you want to listen to the tracks in full, you can listen to those tracks because Richard is setting up a playlist, I think, on Spotify. Yeah. So anyway, so what is the first track?
The first track is Dancing. It's called Dance Yourself.
Well, now the place and time is right. So put your hand in mine and dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance yourself to dance yourself dizzy when they
And they boo the girl. What did she say on that bit? Well, I could never work out when they boogaloo or when they boo the loo.
Boogaloo, I think.
Boogaloo.
That was a very cheery track. Who was that?
That was Liquid Gold. I'm not sure who they were. I mean, I think there was some like sort of famous people in there that went on to be. I think one lady was like an impersonator. But I don't know if they were a made-up group or what, but I think it was an early version of a British band trying to do disco music, kind of.
So they were an English band, were they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know if they were one of those put together bands or what, but yeah, I can't remember. I think the singer ended up marrying the drummer later on. I remember seeing it on one of these shows, about what happened to the band after. Yeah, like in much later on in life, they met up again. Like, which I think is, it's really romantic. Yeah. So, what have you been up to, Vince, as well?
I've just been doing. I'm working on a remix at the moment for somebody. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, I've always got stuff to do. You know me. I'm always working or doing something. In the studio. Yeah. I spend all my time down here.
Yeah.
But it's like I tell you what's weird, right? I think I was talking to Tracy about this. It's like our days are pretty much the same as ever. We're pretty unsocial anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem. But like. It's not having something to like aim for. It's like, up to a couple of months ago, we were like looking at tour dates and stuff. So I was preparing for that, or even like meetings with people. That promo thing that we were supposed to do with Mute America.
Yep, I was really looking forward to that.
I was looking forward to it, and like those things have just gone. So
I tell you what. Yeah. What's the weird thing is not having an end game.
Yes.
Yeah, so you kind of, because, I was like looking forward to going back to the gym as well. I mean, I'm not very good on my own doing it at home, but I have got a little trampoline, but I've used it once. It's like it's like a wasteful Val's bag item, But yeah, I'm so looking forward to going on tour, but we don't know when it's going to be though, do we? Till maybe next year, probably.
No. Yeah. No, I mean, it's those kind of little things. I mean, you realise it's like, like looking forward to, my son goes to school, right, regularly. So he's doing video school.
Yeah, to school.
Well, he doesn't go to school, but he's doing video school.
Okay, yeah, it's got.
So basically, before this all kicked off, he was in bed looking at his computer, and now he's in bed looking at his computer.
It's
exactly the same,
Yeah.
But at least we have sort of Friday to look forward to, because it's that's when he doesn't have to sit in his bed and look at his computer.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it is hard not getting addicted to your computer, and it's hard not just getting up and sitting in front of the TV all day, which is what I do basically.
Yeah.
When I wake up till like when I go to bed, really, and then wondering why my back's aching. And, do you know what I mean?
Anyways, we should play another track. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the next one is. I've got a listed somewhere.
Sparks.
Is it Sparks?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is.
Heartbeat, increase the heartbeat. You hear the thunder of stampeding rhinos, elephants, and tacky tigers. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Heaven send me, who's gonna lead?
back.
My hair's getting too long. I nearly got the clippers out last night, Vince, and shaved it all off again. You know, when you get that bored when you're on tour, and it comes to that point when you think, right, the shaver's coming out. I want a new life, and all the old hair's going.
You're going to do it.
And that
Oh,
close.
look, you're going to be stuck in that bloody house for like in the next 6 months, so you might as well.
I can't wait till they resume flight so Steve can come over and see me.
No, I know.
No.
How's Angel doing?
He's fine, Angel is. He was like they were doing yoga in the park, and you know, like being social distancing in the park and stuff. And the yoga instructress, she was getting really irate one day. She was really like, people were getting on her nerves, too demanding and stuff. So Angel just went up and sat beside her because he could tell she was getting all upset. So he's like now the yoga dog.
Oh.
To add to his many talents. And he won't eat his dinner. He will only eat McDonald's patties.
That's not good.
I know.
Oh, well, what the hell, you know? I mean, it's strange time, so you can do what the hell you like, right?
I mean, it's a good excuse for them to go in the car and go through the drive-through, which we don't have yet. I mean, there are drive-throughs here, but I haven't got a car.
No. So what do you do then? Do you go? Is there like I know there's a local supermarket. There's a small one, right?
Yeah,
they all open.
There's Tesco and Sainsbury's, but there's always a queue outside, so I never go there. So I go to the local one, and I've been buying noodles, which I really like.
Yeah.
Jars of pickled garlic, which I love. Putting in frozen peas, broad beans. It's really nice.
Ah.
And living on, but I haven't been having too many sweet things. Only apart from a few treats, like every now and then. So hopefully I'm losing a bit of weight, although it takes a long time, as you know, when you get to a certain age.
It does, yeah. Our supermarket, there was like in the beginning, it was like one of those panic buying situations.
Yeah.
And there were people buying so many frozen fish fingers.
Yeah.
It was like really weird. You're going, all the things that you'd want. And in our supermarket, like, the things that I mean, you go, okay, toilet paper, that went pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
That was really hard to get to come by. And then it was like chickpeas.
Yes.
It was run on chickpeas. It was like weird.
Somebody should make a list and like of the psychological impact of bulk buying. Do you know what I mean? And like, the things that you buy, like what else was I noticed that was missing? I can understand flour because people want to make their own bread and cakes and things like that. But like other things as well, like completely random things, you know. Yeah. Like in I've got spring rolls in my freezer, which I never ever buy. You know, but I thought, you could probably bake those in the oven. You know, you don't have to fry them. You know.
Well, and I guess they last forever. You know, so.
Yeah, and pancake mix I got. So, but it's kind of like it seems like a bit of an excuse not to eat my vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just the preparation and things like that, you
know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you're like a Cordon Bleu chef. What's it called?
I tell you, well, it's really. I mean, because the supermarket is just literally one block away, right? So I would go there every day, and now
Are you still planning your meals? Planning what?
But now I'm planning 2 days in advance, just as opposed to just one. If I go there really early in the morning, I'll go at half 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
So there's not that many people in there, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know, I mean, some stuff is not there that you like there to be.
Yeah.
But you know, actually, to be fair, I mean, it's not like we're going hungry. You know what I mean?
No.
But there are a lot of people in there that are going hungry.
Yeah.
Sadly.
It's great. I mean, they've got UHT cream. I didn't realise they had that before. UHT cream, which lasts forever.
Yeah.
And you know, one time I went to the Waitrose in Canary Wharf, I know, which is terribly, terribly posh, but it was on a Saturday and it was too packed. I thought, I'm never going to come here again because it was like so many people. This was just before when it all started.
Yeah.
They didn't even have cockles. You know, they had like crab, like dressed crab. So, and that, at my local store, what did I buy? A jar of cockles.
Wow. What are you doing with those then, mate?
I don't know. I thought maybe I could make linguine and then put them on.
Nice.
Yeah.
A little bit of some chili flakes, I think, probably. Spice it up a bit.
I'm not sure if we got another song coming up, a little clip snippet of one.
I think we have, yeah. What's next?
It's Yay! Geneva. Geneva Vince. That was quick.
Who was that?
That's Blondie. That was called I Fell in Love at the Pier. It's called, which is brilliant. But I was thinking the other day, what's the reason why I like them? And I was thinking, well, one of the reasons is probably because she sounds like a girl group. You know, like the Surreals and those.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Ronettes and people like that.
Yeah.
He sounds like that. And a lot of their earlier songs are kind of that sort of...
They were never produced by, what's his face, was they? By...
Chapman? Not Phil Spector, no. No, Mike Chapman produced them.
Mike Chapman was English, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was English. I think he was once they joined Chrysalis, he was the one.
Yeah.
They got but I think his thing was to make them sound really big, you know, because those the earlier albums are much more acoustic sounding.
Did they record their early stuff in the UK?
I have no idea, Vince, where they recorded.
I just think it was Mike Chapman. Because Mike Chapman, I think, was involved in like people like Mud and Quattro and all those.
Yeah. So probably that's where that sound comes from. Then
yeah.
You know, with so I'm not sure if Clem doubled up his drums and stuff. You know, Clem Burke, to make it sound bigger, everything. Because I know Debbie double tracks to make herself, you know, to make the voice bigger.
Right.
Stuff, yeah. But he's got one of your songs coming up next.
What's that?
Devil.
Oh.
Sweet.
Oh, the Sweet. Yeah, I think that's Mike Chapman also.
Yeah. There you go.
I think.
Oh no.
No. Time she walks down the street, another girl in the neighborhood. Wish she was mine, she looks so good. I wanna hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. I'm gonna call her on the telephone.
Love it. I think we should do a punk album. One day. That'd be great. I mean, I know we're old codgers already, but like even when we're even older, we should do like a punk album.
Well, all those punk artists are all old codgers, but they're even older than we are. So we will be the young old codger band, the young old codger punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on then?
What else is going on? Well, nothing really. I mean, I've got my flat's all nice and lovely and clean. I mean, to be honest, I have to say, I think in the touring spirit, because we're not on tour, but we were supposed to have been nearly. I haven't been washing very much. I have to confess, Vince. Being on my own, I think your personal hygiene kind of goes down a little bit. So I did especially have a shower and a shave for this conference, so I hope you can appreciate it.
I do. I mean, I can't smell you from here.
Everybody out there, there's no smell coming from this.
Are you going out at all then? Or, I mean, you know,
Not really. I mean, because you can't really visit people.
yeah,
I mean, you could, but you're not supposed to, you know. So, I mean, luckily, you know, I saw Les as well before. I've been speaking to Dean on the phone.
yeah.
Or with Dean, yeah. Emailing with a few fans. Or
Yeah.
saying friend fans. No, to be honest, I mean, you know, because we weren't expecting to have this period so long,
Yeah.
being on your own, I'm kind of trying to enjoy it, you know, rather than thinking, oh God, I should be doing this and should be doing that.
Right.
No, I'm just really enjoying not doing anything. Well, you know how lazy I can be when I'm not, you know, when I'm not working. It's like, try and get hold of me.
Have you been watching any like movies and stuff? Any recommendations?
I did see this one brilliant film, which left its mark on me. Was with Catherine Deneuve, you know, the French actress.
Yes.
Really amazing. She's been going since the 60s, and she looks flawless, you know, still. But she's kind of grown into her character, and she's more stocky now because she's older. But she plays this kind of like alcoholic gambler who walked out on her family years and years ago, and she just comes back into their life to a daughter and says, "What happened to my husband?" And he passed away, and she didn't even know. And she's a midwife, the daughter. So it's all about all these babies being born and the family, and her coming back. She's like this kind of magical person, and all things start happening to the family. So like the daughter falls in love with the guy at the allotment, and they start eating all the fresh vegetables in their little shed, you know, and making love. And then her son is training to be a law school or something, but he's got a diving suit. He just goes diving in the river, like in Paris and stuff like that. It's quite bizarre.
What's the film called?
It's called The Midwife.
The Midwife.
Yeah, really brilliant. Catherine's character, I think it's because she reminds me of my mum so much, you know, because she's like a real, not that my mum's a gambler, gambling, smoking, but she likes to do her own thing, you know, she likes her own way. Sorry, what's that? What song's coming up, the next one? Susie and the Banshees.
There you go.
She tries with a shatter, kaleidoscope style. Personality changes behind her and smile. Every problem brings a stranger inside. Hopelessly forcing on morning skies. Christine, the strawberry girl. Christine, banana split lady. Christine, the strawberry girl. Christine, banana split lady.
Oh, I'd love to be a banana split lady. Don't know exactly what you would do being a banana split lady, though. Do you, Vince?
I saw Susie and the Banshees in Ilford in like 1970. I don't know. Or no, in the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
No, maybe 79. Because
Right.
they were the only reason I went to see them because I wasn't really a huge fan, but they were being supported by The Cure.
Yes.
And Smith, the guitarist from The Cure, because the guitarist from the Banshees had just left.
Right.
So he played guitar with The Cure, obviously as the support act, and then he went on to. Then he was the guitarist of the Banshees.
Right, brilliant.
So a double time, you know.
Fabulous. So they had it. So it was Susie, Budgie, the drummer.
Yes.
And him then.
Well, I guess there was a bass player.
Again, they were produced by Mike Chapman, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, in the beginning.
Know who this guy is or who he looks like.
Yeah, he might be dead.
What he looks like. No, I'm sure he's not, because I mean, if they're all still alive. But Susie was a brilliant performer, though, live, I have to say. I saw her as well when I was a teenager at the Warena in Peterborough. She's still there.
Right.
And she'd broken her leg, so she came on the tour, on stage on a wheelchair.
Well,
So it was quite funny, you know. And I just saw her probably about 3 years ago on Sky live, And she's amazing. She must be
Really?
doing yoga. She's got a leg like up here.
Oh, really?
Age, yeah. And she's still got the same figure that she had and looks
Right.
exactly the same. I mean, her and Chrissy Hind, they're incredible.
Was she dating the drummer for a while, or
I'm not sure.
no one knows?
Yeah, they did seem very, very close, didn't they? They seemed like they seemed to have this affinity anyway, because they went on to be the Creatures, didn't they?
Oh, that's right.
That band, yeah. Oh, they were a couple. That's what Richard says from the EIS. They were a couple.
Yeah.
So
I met her actually. I met her in the and didn't you? Were you there?
There, yeah. I was too
I met her
scared.
in New York.
I was too scared. Yeah, she was at Seymour's office, weren't she? Or
That's right. Yeah.
Seymour Stein, or what was
Right,
it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Listen, I've got to ask you. So have you been? I've got my questions laid out in front of me, right, for
Okay.
you. But have you been watching the Shopping Channel?
Well, I have to admit, I mean, I got banned. I got barred from watching the Shopping Channel. I think my credit card got a blacklist against it on my for that particular place. So I did get sucked in. I got sucked in a couple of nights this time. I'm just waiting for one more item to arrive.
And what's that, Andy? What have you just ordered?
That is it's called Sleeping Beauty Turquoise.
What is it?
It's just like a little pendant. It's like a little egg-shaped pendant. But I think T-Rex is coming up, Vince.
Thank God for that.
I know. But yeah, you're right.
You got the teeth that hide upon you. You're dirty, sweet, and you're my girl. Get it on, bang a gong. Get it on, get it on, bang a gong. Get it on.
I bet those strings didn't go on till the last minute. You. But that's. Did he write that song? Because that's been covered.
He's the only writer. Yeah.
Both times, hasn't it? That song.
Yeah.
Get it on. So it sounds like one of those songs that's kind of been there forever. But you just don't know where it comes from.
I think it was like. I think that might. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing. I think it was actually recorded in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because there was Mark Bolan and then there was T-Rex.
Yeah.
And that's one of I've got like a fairly decent record player upstairs.
Yeah.
And that's one of the records. If I play it on vinyl, it sounds like fucking
Amazing. Wow.
yeah, it sounds amazing. And I didn't like them because my best friend Rob, he was a huge fan of T-Rex, and I used to just fight about it all the time when I was a teenager.
Right.
But now I've come to think, oh, you know what? He was a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was really ahead of his time as well, wasn't he? He was sort of like David Bowie-ish, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of which, yeah.
Apparently they slept with each other.
Did they? Well, I wouldn't put it past them. I said, I wish I'd have slept with David if I'd have had a chance. Oh, I wish he'd have given me the chance when we was on the tour. You know, I wouldn't have said no, Vince.
I know.
So what's coming up next? Here's another David Bowie-esque type person, Japan and Quiet Life.
Oh my God.
Here we are stranded. Somehow it seems the time we were. Here comes a quiet life again.
You know who produced that, Vince?
Oh, Visconti.
Can you tell by the synths?
Visconti.
No.
Oh.
Moroder.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I thought they had a couple of good tunes, but I was never a huge fan of Japan.
No, I mean they didn't. Well, they did have quite a few albums, but they were kind of sort of intellectual-ish, weren't they?
Yeah.
So I kind of did. I tended much more to like their poppy stuff. But I
Right.
mean, they have some kind of quite sort of filmic, like that Night Porter was quite good.
Yeah.
One of the things. And I quite liked Tin Drum because it was like really weird, that album.
That was a good album, yeah.
Yeah, and when he do a track with Ryuichi Sakamoto or whatever his name is?
Yeah,
Or,
he did that. He did the well, the Japanese chap did the film score, didn't he? For
Mr. Lawrence,
Mr. Lawrence, yeah.
yeah, with David as well.
And I think that the singer from Japan did a track afterwards. They made it into a song.
Yeah.
I believe so. And then that was also, yeah.
Right. So have you got any on your? I know you don't watch much TV, Vince, on your lockdown, but have you got any recommendations, like as far as series or?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I got like I'm really terrible at watching television for any length of time other than 5 minutes.
Right.
So I'm completely addicted to like anything that's crime.
Short. Oh, right, I'm crying. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I have to say, I have been, since you said that you like the Sweeney and stuff like that, like when last game, I've been watching Poirot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because of all the 1930s scenery and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't get that here. I just tuned into Peaky Blinders. I know it's like I'm really late, but like, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
I just find that Netflix, I can see these. I can now watch these series.
Well, I mean, my things are quite girly, but I really liked that Mr. Selfridge and what was the other one called? The Durrells. I mean,
I love the Darrells.
they're very sort of Sunday night fantasy TV, aren't they? Those things.
Do you have Netflix over there?
Yes.
Are you signed up?
We did. I mean, I loved the first series of Mrs. Markle or Merkel or whatever it is. Not Mrs. Markle. Mrs. What's it called again? The Great Mrs. Merkel or something? No. She's a comedian. It's based on Joan Rivers-ish life, or how she started in the 50s and stuff. That was quite good. But then it went all glitzy and glamorous and just with no storyline. You know, once it got huge, they threw all the money at it and there was no storyline.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, my friend Kaz, she said there's a really good one called Call My Agent, which is about trying to be an actor. It's like all the things that go on behind the scenes, which is on Netflix apparently as well. Yeah. That's it. Can't think of anything else really. Yeah. But I like really old fogey programs.
I mean, I like the old British stuff. You know, I mean, I've got to say, I like the old British. I was watching bloody. What was it the other day? Bill and Ben.
Oh, Bill and Ben, they're good. They tried to remake them as well. Did you see them without strings?
No.
Yeah, they made them like, you know, those claymation puppet things.
Oh, okay.
They made them like that, but they weren't as good.
No.
Not without the strings. No. What else?
What else? I'm just looking at my list here. I mean, I have a list of Oh, I know what to tell you. So, you've been reading any books? I know you're not a big reader, but
no. I mean, I ended up with 3 copies of Face It from the Debbie Harry autobiography. So I've just kind of been dipping in and dipping out, but I haven't actually sat down and focused, and you know, I haven't really been studying anything really at the moment.
Debbie Harry thing a biography or an autobiography? It
was an autobiography. I think maybe it was her second one.
Oh.
Yeah, only, you know.
It's kind of a bit sad when you have to do 2, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, she was on quite a lot of, in loads of magazines and things. So it was almost like you'd read the book already. You know, by the time you bought the book, it was It was all in the interviews. So yeah. I mean, I suppose you would never write yours, would you? Or would you quite like to?
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it more dull.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, you don't want to kind of make it really salacious, do you?
Well, you can't, can you? You can't mention.
No.
There's certain people that you can't mention.
No, and also, I mean, people don't want to know all the ins and outs of your personal details and things like that. It's all a bit, you leave it there.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, I don't know what I would write about.
No.
I mean, there was a lady.
Your life is as bad as dull as mine.
Yeah, it is really. There was a lady that she wrote the book on Nico.
Yeah.
And she said that she would like to do one. And I just thought, what could you possibly write about? And then I thought, well, why would you let somebody else do it if you couldn't do it yourself?
Yeah.
So
anyway, I have this genius idea, right? Listen, you might like it, you might not like it, because because everything's been delayed, right?
Yeah.
Like touring, record release and all the rest of it. So the other day, I was messing about with Logic.
Yeah.
And I was going to do this like silly kind of like preview of the album.
A preview.
A preview of the album, just taking like 2-second segments, but only from your vocals.
Only from the vocal, but with no music.
With no music, just it's just like a silly joke,
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm doing this and I'm playing this and I'm thinking, well, that's not very funny.
Right.
And I put a couple of these vocal sections together, and there weren't words or anything. They were just kind of sounds, your vocal sounds.
Yeah.
And I made them into a loop.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm thinking, you know what?
Oh.
Because nothing else is happening, right? Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I was thinking that if you're up for it, we could maybe I could do music around those those vocal sections, and maybe you come up. You're stuck in there in London doing right?
Yeah.
With your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe do something like we could maybe make some music.
Yeah.
It sounds very romantic.
No.
Some music.
So it wouldn't be like Human League Love Unlimited Orchestra, but it'd be like similar like.
It wouldn't be even. It wouldn't be songs.
It's not songs.
It would be sounds.
Like hip hop, sort of like.
Well, I'll tell you. So I'm going to play you because apparently we can do this.
Okay.
This kind of thing, right?
So this is from scratches from the album.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, that sounds like a remix already, that does, Vince.
Get it right?
Right, yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be slow. I like it slow.
Yeah, so I took basically like some little bits of your vocals from all of the tracks.
Yeah.
Made that into a loop.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that, I could build a track around that it would be, and then we could like maybe interject some kind of like, I don't know, I really like the idea of like lo-fi, kind of suggestive, kind of like romantic, not romantic, no. Exactly. And it wouldn't even need to be lyrics.
No, it wouldn't mean to be anything.
It could just be sounds, just to get an atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I thought actually, because there's a lot of people that are like feeling I'm sure there are a lot of people
Don't
feeling
make
like
them feel too sad though.
that. No, it will be incredibly sad.
Oh,
That will be the remit.
yeah.
Make it as sad as possible.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think it sounds really good. The idea is really good, and that what you played sounds really good, which I wasn't expecting before because I thought it was going to be like cut up words.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
but
I was trying to like avoid words really.
Yeah.
Just, so
no, I
it's
like the
more-
idea of the created chords from the vocal sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the idea of it kind of like starting from that being the start of the track, because it's so
another-
random, you know. I mean, it's like I'm not looking at these at the vocal tracks thinking, oh, I'll take that bit from there and I'll take that bit from there. It's just really accidental.
You're just letting it just happen how it comes out.
Yeah, yeah, and then those vocal like lines and melodies suggest like, you know, musical ideas.
Right. So what will it end up being? Just playing around and just.
Well, this is my cunning plan, right?
Right.
I'm thinking, like, what we could do, right, is just make this record, or make a record, or do like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 tracks,
Yeah.
and then just release it.
So this will be like. So this won't be anything to do with our new record. It would just be, or it will be a spin-off of the new record, or.
Well, a spin-off, but also maybe a pre-spin-off, because our new record isn't coming out for a while.
Pre-spin-off, isn't it? I don't know, when's it coming out? Do you?
We're not allowed to say.
We're not allowed. Okay. Would you mind if I just pop to the toilet quickly, Vince? Will you be all right?
Well, let's play a track while you're pooping.
Okay, I won't be long.
Rock on, ooh, my soul. Hey, did boogie do? Did ya? Hey, shout summertime blues. Jump up and down in the blue suede shoes. Hey, did you rock and roll? Rock on. And where do we go?
Well, folks, it's just me, and that was David Essex and Rock On. What can I say about that track? It's very unusual. It's from the 70s, I believe. I think it went to #1 in the UK. I believe so. Great track. I'm actually working on a cover of that particular song with Neil Arthur from Vermont. She's sounding very good, and is still pooping. So what else can I tell you? Well, here in Brooklyn, New York, it's very, very surreal. There's no one in the streets. Everybody has to wear a mask. In fact, you get fined if you're not wearing a mask, or if you're out and not exercising, then you have to wear a mask. So what I do is wear a tracksuit when I go out, and have a shopping bag, and that way I can't be told off. But it's weird because even when you go out and you know you're allowed to go out, you think people are looking at you going, "Why are you out?"
Which people?
Well, just generally, it's like even going out now, I feel guilty.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. London is amazing though now. It's so beautiful. I love it. I mean, I know I shouldn't really say that, but with no people around or just a few people, it's like a different place.
No, I know. I saw this. There was a journalist from the BBC, and she commuted 5 miles to get to work to the BBC every day, and she took photographs of London.
Yeah.
And and I couldn't believe it. It was like do you ever see Day of the Triffids?
Yes.
Well, there's a shot when what happens in the beginning is the guy's in hospital. He wakes up and he goes out into London, and London is completely deserted. And it just reminded me of that. I mean, these photographs this woman took of London, there were no cars even.
No.
There was nothing.
No.
You know, it was like, and I mean, New York's the same, but like, because I'm from England, I look
Yeah,
at London that way, goes like, oh my God, this is like,
yeah.
so
It reminds me of when I first moved here, like 40 years ago. It's
Why?
amazing because there wasn't that much traffic. I mean, there was, but you know,
Yeah.
like loads like there is now.
Yeah.
I think we should have an amnesty month each year of like with nothing, you know, with no traffic, no people going around, just to let the environment kind of reset itself, because it seems to be having a beautiful renaissance with all the clean air and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How quickly it recovers.
Yeah. Incredible.
So we've got another song coming up, is Visage Page Grey, which is one of my all-time favourite synth songs.
Mine too.
Bless him, Steve. He's another one started all these movements and things, didn't he?
Oh.
Wouldn't let you in his club, Steve.
I know, yeah.
Now he's gone to his own club, isn't he?
How's your Steve getting on anyway?
My Steve is lovely. I think again he was a bit bored because he's Sagittarius, so they like doing things all the time. You know, it's the half man, half archer. Sorry, the half horse, half man archer. So they're always like firing their arrows into the sky to be all adventurous and stuff like that. So I think it was getting to him a little bit, but I think now his friend's back for a while. Rena, they went for a jog today, so he's been doing yoga every day, and he's been going on to the London yoga on YouTube twice a week. They have it he does it on Sunday and another day. So he's still doing that, but he's much more disciplined than I am. I haven't got that 1 ounce of discipline.
I've been doing that. So I've been running. Up to this point, I've been running every day, just because the local park, you know, and because the gym
How
shut
far
down.
do you run? Like, kind of,
It's Prospect Park.
didn't it hurt your knees?
Well, okay, so I did it for like 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, that's long.
This is week 7 here in New York. But
Yeah.
for 6 weeks I did it, and then I messed up my ankle. So now I'm doing exercises from the chair.
Right.
So basically, what it means is that because there's all these exercise plans with people that are injured, you know,
Yeah.
and people that actually can't necessarily exercise with their legs.
That's like Jar Jar Gabor's workout video.
Like this.
Yeah, that is. That's Jar Jar Gabor's workout video. It's like-
And also my son is suddenly taken an interest in doing exercising also.
I was wondering what his next thing's going to be. Because do you know what I mean? Like, so
Well,
he's going to
his thing at the moment is getting fit, you know.
right. That's good.
Yeah. So I showed him a few, because I got a couple of just as this thing here, I thought, being very perceptive, I thought the thing that's going to be really hard to get hold of on Amazon is going to be weights.
Yep.
And true enough,
you can get them.
You can't buy them for life nor money now.
No.
Because people, if you think about it, all those people people like myself were going to the gym, you know, that was the part of their lives.
Yeah.
And now you can't do that. So you've got to think about exercising at home and stuff, you know. So I got the weights and stuff, and I've got the mat and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't work out as hard as I would do in the gym.
I just can't work out. Like, I can't work out my headspace.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't work out what headspace was I in or that I'm in to get into, to be able to do exercises. Because you know what I'm like. Once I get into it and I'm doing it, I'm fine. I like doing it.
Yeah.
But I just can't find that headspace of where it is. Just that I want to do it. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's very hard when there's no one else to tell you. There's no one to tell you to do it. I think.
Yeah, or even a place to go to, or
Yeah.
Here you can't just go downstairs like in Miami. Because
Isn't there a gym in your apartment?
No, there isn't. There's one right next door here, but I've never been there. It's like a 24-hour one, but I've never been there.
That's shut down now, right?
Closed, yeah. Everywhere's closed, all the gyms and everything.
Yeah.
So I was quite surprised that they said in some of the places where they're starting to reopen places that they're opening up the swimming pool. I thought that would be like one of the most infectious places. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, maybe chlorine kills it, you know.
Stuff. Yeah, which don't drink, by the way. Yeah. Oh, is there any more songs? You haven't been making anything like special, like with pastry wise or anything?
No, I mean, I got this new thing now. We've got this because when it all kicked off, I thought, okay, because in our supermarket there was a panic thing. You couldn't buy anything. There was one soggy potato left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I found this farmers market. You know, they're one of those farmers delivery places.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what they do is they deliver.
You get whatever they bring you.
Whatever they get, and so actually it's quite good because this made me look at vegetables, going, what the hell am I going to do with that?
Yeah. In a whole new light.
Exactly. I've got rhubarb coming tonight.
Woo! Oh, that's good. Rhubarb crumble, lovely. I've still got a butternut squash in the fridge, which I haven't cooked yet, Vince, but it's been in there about 3 weeks.
Nice.
But I thought, well, they last forever, don't they?
Oh, they do, yeah.
There's no panic, really. But I just love them roasted because you can just roast them. I mean, I even eat the skin. I know you're not supposed to because it's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, once they're roasted, it's not bad at all, the skin. And then you can scoop out all the seeds, the roasted seeds, and blitz them up and make your own pesto with the seeds. Yeah, really nice.
That's kind of cool.
With loads of garlic, and I've been buying quite a few pickles, which I could imagine because my mum used to pickle all the time. You know, like great big jars of onions and stuff. You know, sitting crying her eyes out peeling the onions. But they would last forever. You know, like after Christmas.
Oh,
it would last forever. So I've been buying pickles, and it's so great because it's like getting your vegetables, but they last forever. So you got pickled onions, pickled garlic.
So are you pickling?
I'm not actually pickling them, but they're all there in the shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Time for more music, I think.
Can't cook with them or anything, but you just put them on a plate and they look lovely.
You wanna make it stick together. Come on, and stick together. You know we made a vow to leave one another better. But now you never miss your water till you're...
I love all the on these vocals. They've got a certain tremolo, haven't they?
Yes.
I mean, even on Mark Bolan, David Sylvian, they've got this sort of like.
That was kind of like it was a very kind of early 80s thing as well, wasn't it? Oh, well, having said that, I mean, Brian Ferry just does it naturally, I think.
Yes.
It's a bit like Michael Sharkey. It's not like he pretends to do it, he just does it. You know, he couldn't sing any other way.
No, it's quite 1940s-ish, you know, that sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Not crooning. I wouldn't call it crooning, but I don't know what you would call it really.
It's kind of quite a natural vibrato in your voice, you know.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it is put on, but it doesn't sound put on. It sounds quite natural, you know.
Yeah, I think it is a bit like being a goat. It's natural. The next song makes me cry. So
All
this
right.
is True Colours to all the lovely people in the
That's why I love you, so don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow.
No, can you imagine writing such a sad, lovely song? I mean, I know you kind of have.
That's a moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, it really is though. Do you know, it's like a really like emotional, like deep. It's amazing.
So what are your plans for the it's the weekend, isn't it?
What's that? What's that? Plans? What's that? Well, I must admit, I will go and buy myself a bottle of whiskey, Vince. Maybe after this. And I have my ice in the fridge, so I'll just have I have maybe like a couple of cubes of ice, half whiskey, half water, and if the bottle lasts me 2 to 3 days, I'm lucky.
Are you sleeping properly?
I'm sleeping, but I keep waking up. Today, for instance, I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning, and then I thought, oh, bugger that, I'm going to go back and for a couple of more hours because my back was aching, and then I didn't wake up till 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Right.
So it's been a bit sort of choppy, like waking up at 2 and stuff like that. But I've been having some lovely dreams. I've been dreaming. I know it's boring talking about dreams, but
no, it's not. It's true. A lot of people are having weird dreams.
I've been dreaming a lot that I'm back at home in Peterborough. You know, living with my family, like in the little house we were in Western Avenue, and it was like I remember the stairs going down, and me and my sister sitting up at the top of the stairs each night. You know, when we're supposed to be in bed, but like bitching about mum and dad and stuff. But just those really obviously, it's like subconscious wanting your family around you. You know,
right?
Yeah. So and then, I mean, I've been sleeping really well. I have been sleeping really well, but now it's getting to the point where, I love to sleep when we're on the tour bus. Now it's getting to the point where I'm thinking I've had too much sleep. Do you know what I mean? It's even like worn out that saying, oh, I'm not bothered about sleeping so much. You know, when some people say, oh, don't worry about sleeping because you can sleep on the other side kind of thing. Yeah. But I've never been worried about that. But now I'm just thinking like, oh, you can't just keep going to sleep because it's so boring.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I've started doing napping in the afternoon.
Oh.
I've been like emailing a lot of people, and a lot of people have been telling me they're doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
Like, like 2 o'clock suddenly you go like, oh, I bet, it's like a snooze.
Yeah. You just put
what do they call it when you go in Spain or in Italy?
Siesta.
Yeah, yes.
So if I wake up at like 9 or even 11, and then you have something sweet, and if having these sweets, the sugar crash just makes me go to sleep. Like probably like for a couple of hours, I wake up and then the news is on. Which is really boring. The news, they seem to choose one subject. It was like Brexit for like 3 years, and now it's COVID for like I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Okay. Like there's no other news in the whole world.
I stopped watching the news. I mean, I was watching it I was watching it avidly for a while, and then I started getting short of breath. I'm thinking, because all the things that the symptoms and stuff, and it's a terrible thing. But I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't breathe.
It was like being psychosomatically inducing you into
into an illness.
Yeah.
So I stopped watching the news now.
It's been really weird as well because I've been doing all the things like washing my hands, all the things, and everything, and just going around in the local area, and I honestly feel really blessed, Vince. I really do. that nothing has happened, you know, and you know, when you see the people on the TV and stuff, your heart really goes out to them. You know, it's so awful. You know, they showed opened up this hospital up the road, which was the XL Centre, which I thought was quite ironic because it's the place where they usually sell weapons, where they have the weapons bare, you know. And so they have this, which they've made it into a 4,000 bed hospital. But since it was built, there's been no pictures of anybody in there. Do you know what I mean? It's bizarre. It's like they were building it just in case.
Yeah.
But then they haven't showed you any more pictures of like if it's
maybe they didn't need it. I mean, there's a couple of places. I mean, there's a big kind of exhibition space that they turned into a hospital.
Yeah.
In New York, Jarvis or Jar.
I think maybe it's scary for people to see patients in those numbers. Maybe. Yeah.
That's just closed down just because the peak is kind of like.
Oh yeah.
Reached the peak. I don't think the UK's reached the peak yet, right?
Here, I don't know. They keep sort of saying that it has, but then the numbers keep going back up again when each time they say it. So I think it's like one of those like bad luck things, you know, you say it.
Right.
It seems to be a really, really weird virus because it seems to be like there's no rules to it.
No.
You know.
Well, they've never seen it before. I mean, obviously it's a completely new thing.
Yeah.
And it's like an alien or something.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Maybe that's our alien contact.
Yeah.
Is there any more songs? I think we've used them all up, haven't we?
Apparently there's a computer.
Oh.
No. Oh, there is a computer. Okay.
Well, Meg.
10:15 on a Saturday night, and the tap drips under the strip light, and I'm sitting in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, that was The Cure, 10:15 on a Saturday night from their first album, Free Imaginary Boys.
He's cute. Where does he live, Vince, the singer? Do you know?
He's in the UK. I think he's in like not Sussex or somewhere like Sussex or not Surrey.
I love it that he's really quiet. He's like Kate Bush. Like you never ever hear anything from him at all. That's what you know.
No.
I was going to say about the what's today? Friday. Oh, yesterday. I think I missed it. What was I doing yesterday? You can't even remember. But no, when they have the NHS, everybody clapping for the NHS.
Yeah.
It's amazing because here all the boats, you know, in the marina, they all have their horns going off.
Okay.
And stuff, yeah, and a few people let off fireworks, and because it was Ramadan, it kind of coincided with them. So, and hearing all the people cheering. First of all, I thought, oh, what's that? You know, the first week I missed it. I heard all the cheering outside, and then a week later I realised what it was. Yeah. And I think I've only been out twice on my balcony, but it just makes me cry when I go out there because it's so it's just so nice, you know. You can't it's not pretentious.
No.
And I don't know, I think it's one thing that's, if there's any good to come out of this whatsoever, it's just that community spirit thing, and also about helping each other, you know, not about ripping people off.
Yeah,
you know, and that's one thing that kind of I feel a bit guilty about, is not volunteering for anything.
Yeah,
you know, or like taking shopping round to people's houses, or you know. But I just really love my quiet space as well. I know. I just don't know when to start to bring back the travel, though. Do you?
I say, do you have any plans then? I mean, you can't make any plans, right?
I can't make any plans. No, I mean, as soon as I'm allowed, I want to go and see my Steve, you know, or he's going to come over here, but I'm not sure when it's going to be allowed. I mean, if you have I suppose they'll test you, won't they? Or they'll.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we got like me and my family have flights booked for the UK for July.
Yeah.
Because my son was supposed to go to.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And having said that, I think they're still flying, aren't they, from New York to London?
I don't know, Vince. Are they? Because
I think so.
We were banned from flying to the US, weren't we? In the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were banned, but I'm not sure if it's the opposite way round. I don't know.
Well, they're still flying internally in the US. I mean, there's still like you can still fly to Florida or wherever you want to go to once you're in the US. I'm not sure if you can fly internationally anymore, you know. So
well, yeah, it's really weird because they had a thing on the news about flights coming in from China to here and from India, and I think like, well, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Because they're two opposite ends of the spectrum, those places, you know.
Well, I was reading today that they were saying that that there are 80. The flights are now like 80% as they were, you know, before this all kicked off. So I'm thinking, well, 80%. I guess people have to travel.
Yeah, for their business and stuff.
People have.
Oh yeah. Tonight they said on the news actually, it's your risk. If you want to fly, it's your risk.
Right.
Saying so. You know, and I ordered, apart from those little jewelry pieces, I did order some masks, but they haven't come yet. I think they tried to deliver them, but you have to be, you know, answer the door, and I have to answer the door on my iPhone. So if I don't hear it, you miss it. Yeah, nobody sent any messages saying, we tried to deliver this parcel on such and such a day. But that was only like 3 masks. But even that, you think like, I mean, if I was on a plane, I probably would put one on because they're saying here, you know, if you use public transport every day, you should wear one, or even for the bus drivers, I think they should be allowed to have. They haven't had their personal protective equipment issued to them, which I think is really awful here in London. You know.
Yeah, well, in New York, it's that everybody has to wear a mask.
Yeah.
You go in the street, you're not wearing a mask, you could be fined.
Well, even if you went jogging, you have to wear one.
Yeah.
Oh.
To wear a mask.
Yeah.
So I've got a ski mask and that.
Yeah.
And which is rubbish, really. But I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I look like the Invisible Man.
Okay. I thought I was going to. I said to Steve because we went skiing just before this came as well, and I ended up not going skiing because we got poorly again while we were there. But anyway, I was saying, oh yeah, let's buy some masks. Let's buy some masks without even knowing, you know.
Yeah.
It's really weird, those kind of things, you know.
It's very strange, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't mind when I see people wearing them, because usually it's Japanese people or Asian people, isn't it, wearing the masks, or they wear it like normal. Like for them, they've worn it for years because of the pollution levels, like in Tokyo and stuff like that. So, but I think for us, it's kind of not normal. It's not.
Yeah. It will soon get. I tell you though, because I mean we're doing it here, so like I say, everybody has to wear a mask now wherever you go.
Right.
I'm sure that London it will happen
But
the same.
I think your guy's Cuomo, isn't it, Vince?
Yeah.
I think he's been brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a political person, you know. But they do seem to be on top of it though.
Yeah. He seems to have been quite savvy though with the. You know, because New York is really like a hotbed place, like London, isn't it? Because all the people are so packed together. It's just the nature of the architecture, you know, and the travel system. It's like there's no way to escape it.
No. Anyway, let's play one more record and then make dinner.
Okay. Love.
I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
Very apt.
Who was that?
That's Robin. She's my new best friend, Vince. No, she's what are your guilty treats? To get you through. Well, mine's whiskey, I have to say.
Mine's this is really weird, but it's basically it's roasted, any roasted nuts.
Yeah. Any of them.
Any roasted nuts, which means basically stick them in a frying pan with a little bit of oil and loads of salt.
Roast your own.
Oh yeah, I tell you the best thing to roast is pumpkin seeds, mate.
Whole nother level. That's a whole nother level, roasting your own.
We're very posh here, mate.
No, I was thinking about your nuts the other day. Talking about touring, being on tour.
Don't go there.
No, that Robin dancing on my own. Yeah, we love it. That was the last time I was in New York when we saw her. So that was like last year already.
I know.
It's going to whiz by now because it's already nearly. Well, it's May already.
I know.
I mean, it's a bank holiday, which makes no sense anyway because they're all closed.
Yeah.
No.
This is our week 7 this is our lockdown week 7.
Yeah, it's our 7th week as well, Vince. And I got a thing from the doctor saying, "Oh, you go and get your blood pressure checked and stuff like that." And I think, is that real or is it just like a circular text that comes around every now and then? Because last time they told me to go there, they ended up not being able to see anybody because the doctors were poorly.
Cool. Well, yeah. Also, the doctors are working in hospitals now.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, our local doctor isn't around because he's working in hospitals.
Yeah. Bless them. They should get their wages tripled. In the UK, they should. And they were saying they would give £60,000 to anyone who's died, who works for the NHS. I think, well, why don't you just give them the equipment in the first place? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Strange world.
Huh?
Strange world.
My phone's going off.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, it's really lovely to see you. And to you. I'm glad you're well. You look fantastic.
Well, thank you very much. So do you. And what other? Well, I've got some Yorkshire puddings in the freezer. Get some
for it.
Okay. All right, Vince. I love you. I don't know when I'm going to see you.
Well, okay, let's do this again in a couple of weeks.
All right then. So
and I'm going to send you some tracks.
Yeah.
If you want to do a little bit of doodling on the old iPhone.
Yeah. Voice memos, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Keep it low tech. I think we could actually release a record
that was made,
but also we could do it before the actual proper record comes out.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen. All right then. I'll see you soon. Take care. I love you.
I'll see you, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bye.